Hey guys, it's MLP Sister Reacts here, reading the next chapter of A New Hero. My voice is feeling a little bit better, but it's not okay, so it's not perfect, so let's just get started. Chapter 2, Elements of Harmony. Nightmare Moon continued cackling insanely. The mayor alerted. Seize her! Only she knows where the princess is. The royal guards charged at her. Stand back, you fools! The Nightmare Moon warned as the hasty scene occurred. Her eyes glowed, and she laughed once again while bolts of lightning attacked the royal guards. Nightmare Moon then transformed into a mist of darkness and bolted out the door while every pony could only stare and gasp. The pony with the rainbow mane managed to free herself from the other pony's grasp and chase after Nightmare Moon's, stopping outside. The purple pony then raced outside as well. A few other ponies raced outside, but I was unable to see who they were as the other ponies inside continued to panic. I managed to finally squeeze myself out of there. I stared out at the night sky that was supposed to be now eternal. I thought to myself, what can I do? What am I supposed to do? Do I just do nothing? I feel like there's something I can do, but what is it? Oh, sorry, I had a cough stuck in my throat. I sighed. I don't know what to do. I walked gloomily through the town, hoping something might show me as the path to my next objective. As I continued walking, I heard some noise from a house in town. It was the same home that was playing loud music. And just what are the elements of harmony? I heard a loud voice. And how do you know about Nightmare Moon, huh? Are you a spy? I walked towards the house. I tried to find out what was going on. I slowly moved to a window to see a light lit inside the house with 6 ponies, which 5 of them were talking to the purple one. All the ponies that were there were the same ones I had seen earlier today. Knowing it was wrong to eavesdrop, I pressed my ears against the window to try and gain any information that might be critical to know, but unfortunately it was a bit faint. I read all about the predictions of Nightmare Moon. Some mysterious objects called the elements of harmony are the only thing that can stop her, but I don't know what they are. Where to find them? I don't even know what they do. They all looked towards the pink pony that was near a shelf. I could tell she was speaking, but her voice was too faint to hear clearly. She jumped and cheered for some reason, but the purple pony retrieved a book from a shelf and then began talking again. I was able to make out her words. There are 6 elements of harmony, but only 5 are known. Kindness, laughter, generosity, honesty, and loyalty. The sixth I lost my place. The 6th is a complete mystery. It is said that the last known location of the 5 elements was in the ancient castle of the Royal Pony Sisters. It is located in what is now, she paused, the Everfree Forest. They all gasped. The Everfree Forest? That place is really scary. I don't want to go in there, the pink pony said. We have to, if we are ever to achieve the elements of harmony and defeat my Nightmare Moon, the purple pony said clearly. But, the pink pony stuttered. I talk too fast. Come on, y'all. The orange pony began. I'm sure it's not that bad. The other ponies talked for a moment, but eventually agreed and all headed out. Shoot, I have to hide or they'll see me. I hid behind a bush near the window and started as they walked outside the home. However, the last pony to walk out was the sweet and tender one. She looked back at where I was for a moment, causing me to duck further below the bush. But fortunately, she seemed not to notice me. I sighed and thought once again, should I follow them? I suppose it's better than doing nothing. Maybe I can help for once. I decided I would allow them, but I had to make sure they wouldn't see me. Otherwise, I don't want to think about it. I walked shyly behind them as they walked towards the forest. After they finally arrived at the forest, they stopped and stared in horror towards the inside of the forest. Finally, the pink pony exclaimed cheerfully, "Whee! Let's go!" However, the purple pony intervened and stopped her. "Not so fast. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I'd really rather do this on my own." The orange pony interrupted. "No can do, Sugar Cube. We ain't leaving any friend of ours going into that creepy place alone. We're sticking to you like caramel on a candy apple." They began walking towards the forest. "Especially if there's candy apples in there," Pinkie spoke. "What, those things are good!" Pinkie Pie began walking with the other ponies, while the purple pony could only sigh and begin walking too. I waited for a moment until they were far enough to start following again, but I noticed they disappeared into a dark mist that formed in the forest. I began walking quickly before I could lose them. However, it was to no avail. I had already lost them in the fog. I tried to cover the top of my eyes to see better, but it was no use. No, I lost them. I spoke to myself. Now what am I going to do? A blue mist suddenly formed in front of me. Huh? Several ponies walked towards me from the mist. All I could do was just stare. "Oh, look," one of them said. "It's What's-His-Face." The other ponies laughed. I turned a bit gloomy, lowering my head a little. "Oh, what's wrong?" "Sad I don't remember your name?" I stood silent while my eyes looked away. "You're just a loser," the ponies smiled. "An usable loser." The pony continued laughing while I could only look away, but their mimicking, their taunting, was getting to me. I couldn't take it anymore. I strained my eyes and tried to fight it, but I don't think I can make it. Seriously? Walk away. No. At that point, something inside me sparked, inside my heart. I grew the strength to overcome the bad and looked at them straight in the eye. I pounced at them with vigor, I don't know what that word is, in my heart. After I finished panting, I opened my eyes to notice they were gone. Was it all fake? I continued looking around, but there was only more fog surrounding me. I continued walking, but I grew tireless soon enough. The road seemed endless. Finally, my legs gave up and I fell to the floor. My eyes began closing, and eventually I fell asleep. "Wake up, Alex. It's your time. It's your time now." That voice sounded like Princess Celestia. "Princess, is that you?" I answered. She appeared in the darkness that covered me. I saw her angel skin color. I saw the hair and tail filled with aqua, light purple, and light green. Her tiara reflected the long horn on her head, while her necklace, filled with a violet gem, hung on her neck. In the back of her legs there was a cutie mark of the sun. "Yes, Alex, you have to wake up. You must help your friends." "Friends? What friends? I don't have any friends." "Trust me, Alex." She gave a warm smile. "Princess." Now go, Alex, and prove your strength." I wanted to ask her many more questions after, but she slowly faded away and my eyes opened. The fog in front of me cleared up, and I saw what looked to be a castle that was destroyed. However, beyond the destroyed building, I saw 5 ponies running up the steps to another one. Trusting my instincts, I ran over there as well. When I finally caught up, I saw the 6 ponies all together, standing against Nightmare Moon. I didn't reveal myself, but only hid in the top of the stairs. Applejack, who reassured me when I was in doubt, represents the spirit of honesty. Several crystals surrounded the orange pony. Fluttershy, who tamed the manticore with her compassion, represents the spirit of kindness. Several crystals surrounded the sweet pony as well. Pinkie Pie, who banished fear by giggling in the face of danger, represents the spirit of laughter. The same occurred with the pink pony. Rarity, who helped a sorrowful serpent with a meaningful gift, represents the spirit of generosity. Crystal surrounded the pony from the beauty shop. Rainbow Dash, who could not abandon her friends for her own heart's desire, represents the spirit of loyalty. Finally, crystals appeared with her. The spirit of these 5 ponies got us through every challenge you threw at us. "You still don't have the 6th element," Nightmare Moon quickly announced. "The spark didn't work." "But it did," the purple pony replied. A different kind of spark. I felt it in the very moment I realized how happy I was to see you, how much I cared about you. The spark ignited inside me when I realized you are all my friends. Suddenly, the sixth element came down upon her, showing brightly. You see, Nightmare Moon, when those elements are ignited by the spark that resides in the heart of us all, it creates the sixth element, the element of magic. All the ponies' crystal formed together into necklaces, and a tiara for the purple pony. Each pony's glowed, and Nightmare Moon's face remained unchanged. That can't be good. It turned out it wasn't. The pony's entire glow dissolved, and they fell to the floor. What happened? Why didn't it work? The purple pony exclaimed. Nightmare Moon laughed. Don't you see? There is another element. Did you not know that? Nightmare Moon answered their failure. What? Another elements? My book only told me there were 6. Nightmare Moon laughed evilly once again. If the ponies didn't have the 6th element, how could they defeat Nightmare Moon? Nightmare Moon used her evil magic to grab the ponies and hold them up in the air. I could only hear their struggles. Well, looks like I have the opportunity to rid of you ponies once and for all. At that point, I did the only thing that came to mind, the action that changed my whole life around. I charged in there, unsuspectedly, and hit Nightmare Moon, which interrupted her spell holding and the ponies hostage. I could tell every pony was surprised of my appearance. What is this, another pony? Nightmare Moon replied to my presence. That's right, I answered, with a fierce look planted on my face. I'm here to help my... As much as I was scared to say it, I trusted Princess Celestia enough to actually say it. I'm here to help my friends. So suddenly, something inside me glowed. Could it be, Nightmare Moon? The 7th element, the purple pony exclaimed. I was surprised for a moment, but then it suddenly all made sense. I was the 7th element, the element of... That's right, I answered. The element of a pure heart. The many ponies behind me began glowing once again, creating a rainbow while my night color combined with the rainbow and surrounded Nightmare Moon. No! Nightmare Moon cried as the elements of harmony attacked her. Soon the whole room was engulfed with light and then faded away. I was lying on the ground when it finished. Oh, my head. Every pony okay? Oh, thank goodness. Why, Rarity, it's so lovely. I know. I'll never part with it again. No, your necklace. It looks just like your cutie mark. Oh, so does yours. Look at mine. Look at mine. Ah, yeah. I heard all these voices behind me. I slowly got up and looked around. The ponies were excited over their accessories. I guess my job here is done. I was getting ready to walk out, but the purple pony stopped me. Wait, she ran up to me. I turned around to see her looking at me. Who are you? She asked. I didn't move my eyes around, uneasy. I moved my eyes around, uneasy. I didn't answer for a moment. I'm Alex, I answered. Alex, huh? Well, you really saved our butts back there, she replied with a smile. I'm Twilight Sparkle. This is Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Applejack, and Rarity. She pointed to each of the ponies. Everyone greeted and thanked me, except Fluttershy. She looked a little bit nervous and really shy. Fluttershy, Twilight said. Thank you. Fluttershy spoke very softly. Gee, Twilight, I thought you were just spouting a lot of hooey, but I reckon we really do represent the elements of friendship. Applejack exclaimed. Suddenly a light appeared. Indeed you do. Princess Celestia appeared in front of us from a ball of light. Every pony bowed. I did the same after seeing them. However, Twilight spoke. Princess Celestia. She ran over to the princess, and the princess replied, Twilight Sparkle, my faithful student. Princess Celestia said in a very heartwarming voice, I knew you could do it. But, Twilight responded, you told me it was all a pony's tale. I told you need to make some friends, nothing more. I saw the signs of Nightmare Moon's return, and I knew you had the magic inside to defeat her. But you cannot unleash it until you let true friendship into your heart. But what about the elements? I read there were only 6. Oh, Twilight, there was another hidden element, but not even the book knew about it. They both smiled and looked at me. I kind of blushed. Now if only another will as well. They looked over to the defeated pony, Princess Luna. The defeated pony was startled when Princess Celestia began walking towards her. It has been 1,000 years since I have seen you like this. Time to put our differences behind us. We're meant to rule together, little sister. Sister, the other ponies questioned. Will you accept my friendship? Princess Celestia asked Princess Luna. Every pony but me leaned forward, even having Pinkie Pie fall towards the floor. I'm so sorry, Princess Luna exclaimed. I missed you so much, big sister. I missed you too, Princess Celestia replied. Both the princesses were in tears. However, Pinkie Pie began crying and blowing into a tissue loudly. Suddenly, her tone shifted and she explained, Hey, you know what this calls for? A party! Yes, Princess Celestia told Princess Luna. The pony of Ponyville should meet you. Really? You think they won't hate me? Princess Luna responded, frightened. Oh dear, of course not. Trust me, Princess Celestia smiled, which was all Princess Luna needed to accept the offer. Princess Celestia called her royal guards, and they began escorting her and Princess Luna to Ponyville. Princess Celestia motioned us to follow. All the ponies began heading out, but I stayed inside. Before Twilight left, she looked back to see a gloomy face. Alex, aren't you coming? She asked. I don't know, was the only thing I could answer. She walked over to me. Come on, you're our friend. Really? My eyes widened. Of course, Twilight answered with a smile. You said it yourself, remember? Yeah, I guess I did. She motioned me to follow her, and I did. All of us headed back to Ponyville, where we began the party. We arrived at the whole town. The whole town stood there to welcome us back. The baby dragon I had seen earlier with Twilight rushed out to hug her. Two little ponies flew to Princess Luna and placed flowers on her neck, catching her surprise. Twilight turned sad, to which Princess Celestia attended to her problem. Why so glum, my faithful student? Are you not happy your quest is complete and you can return to your studies in Canterlot? That's just it, Twilight responded. Just when I had learned how wonderful it is to have friends, I have to leave them. She continued speaking. The only thing I could do was watch. Spike, take a note, please, Princess Celestia ordered politely. The baby dragon, who must have been Spike, took out his tools for writing as Princess Celestia began to speak. I, Princess Celestia, hereby decree that Unicorn Twilight Sparkle should take on a new journey for Equestria. She must continue to study the magic of friendship. She must report to me her findings from her new home in Ponyville. Each of her ponies gathered around and cheered. Oh, thank you, Princess Celestia. I'll study harder than ever before, Twilight exclaimed. Every pony cheered and the party resumed, but I wasn't affected by this happiness. I sat out of the party, looking at the ground, thinking about all the things that happened today, even before, thinking about what is now supposed to happen. However, I was caught off guard by Twilight, who approached me from behind. Alex, I jumped and looked over my shoulder. Oh, hey Twilight, I replied. What's wrong? Don't you like the party Pinkie Pie threw? I sat quietly for a moment. It's not that. It's just... I sighed. Twilight paused for a moment, then spoke. What is it? It's nothing, Twilight. Well, why don't you come join the party? I bet that'll cheer you up. You could talk to other ponies, and I stood up and started walking home. Twilight ran over to me and stopped me. Why are you leaving? I'm sorry, I began. But I don't think I want to do that. I can see you ponies are having a good time. I don't want to ruin it. I walked around her and started home again. But that was the only thing I could hear from her voice. I entered my home and shut the door. I walked to my bed and laid down, staring at the ceiling. I felt really bad for ditching the party, but it's true. I would just ruin everything. I would be better off not attending. I moved to my side. Besides, I still have to get used to these elements of harmony. I still don't really fully understand, but I guess I could just think about all of this tomorrow. And I lay there, with my eyes closed, hoping I could finally get some sleep. That was chapter 2. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.